First, I just wanted to say a tiny little bit about where this workshop came from, and also a tiny little bit more about me. So I suppose I made legal translation my main specialization after I did a master's in legal translation in 2012 when I finished it. And the idea, or when I became so interested in contracts, was sometime after that, I'd been translating a lot of contracts, and I really wanted to find out why I was doing some of the things that I was doing, because I found I had a system that I'd cobbled together, but I really wasn't sure the reason behind it all. So I really wanted to sort that out. And I was also starting to see that there was a bit of a disconnect between the kind of contracts that I was translating, or the result of the translation, and what I was seeing in contracts in general in English that you see about the place. Now, obviously, a translation is going to be a little bit different, but because there was such a big difference in what you can find in a contract in English, I really wanted to investigate and find out what would be the best way for me to translate contracts into English. Also, at around about this time, I was seeing that, well, I'd always been seeing this, I suppose, that translations from other translators of contracts sometimes were just a little bit inconsistent, and maybe with a tiny bit of tinkering that could be made a whole lot better, in the sense that they'd be more consistent and they would make more sense because they'd be more coherent. So from about that point, I started really investigating, or really reflecting on the things that I was doing. So trying to draw out some sort of rules of thumb and things like that. And also what I was doing was really researching, in particular, in the drafting style guides for contracts. So I was trying to take what I could from that and apply it to translating contracts. And I did indeed find that I could, or I thought I could, improve the way I was translating contracts. And it made it a lot easier for me because I could justify what I was doing. And that is basically where this webinar comes from.